now we get into the formal proceedings of Toastmasters meeting. The next session is going to be a prepared speech segment, and today one of our members is going to give an icebreaker speech in a new path. To evaluate her, we have yet another Toastmaster who was a past member of Meraki, current member of Chennai Speakers Forum, and he was the district level podium finisher on humorous speech. Please put your hands to Toastmaster Anil to spell out the objectives of the speaker.
For those guests who are not converted to members yet, the first speech can be quite intimidating, which is none other than the icebreaker speech. There is a difference between giving a 1 to 2 minute speech and a 4 to 6 minute speech with clear objectives. Today our target speaker is attempting her first speech, but not her first speech within Toastmasters. She has already completed 3 parts which comprise of 15 to 20 speeches, and she is attempting the icebreaker in her 4th part, which is presentation mastery. The project objectives for the icebreaker are 2. The first objective is to introduce herself to the club, which is very appropriate as she has recently transferred her membership into this club, so all of us are very curious to know more about her. The second objective is to learn the basic structure of a public speech. We'll see what that is. All the best to my target speaker, and back to the Toastmaster of the day.
So we all say that a journey of 1,000 miles starts with the very first step, but most of us we find it difficult to take the very first step. For example, many Toastmasters, they join the Toastmasters, but they take months together to start their very first project. Here is a Toastmaster who has completed, as mentioned by Anirudh, who has completed 3 parts and trying to attempt another part. So basically, she has been a member already in another club, but very recently she has joined Meraki. So probably a couple of weeks back she joined. And the moment she joined Meraki, she wanted to start with a new path. She is a mom of her twins, working in banking technology, passionate about thinking solutions to make the lives of people better. Please put your hands to welcome Toastmaster Srividhya Hariharan. So the topic is the storyteller. The storyteller, Toastmaster Srividhya.
How many of you love listening to stories? Almost all of us, right? But in addition to listening to stories, I love telling stories. I had a posse of cousins, family, grandparents who loved listening to my stories, from Bible, Avachitrakada and whatnot. But after a point in time, we drifted apart, sometimes continents apart. And I lost people who loved listening to my stories, till I found my second family. Whenever I walk into a club, irrespective of where I walk into, there are smiling faces and nodding faces who are willing to listen to what I have to say. I love telling stories, but that's why I'm a Toastmaster. So telling stories is entertaining, right? But will it change lives of people? I had a chance to figure this out during campaign. I had a story for a fundraiser. There was a girl, Kavya. She was having difficulty in hearing. She had hearing impairment. Her hearing aid was damaged. Her father had lost his job because he was a forex dealer and it was pandemic. They could not afford 75,000 rupees. They had to shift her to a special school from a normal school. But her previous school had come in and they offered scholarship. She is a bright kid, but even she found it difficult to adapt to sign language. We had only 3 days before the company, which had the hearing aid, said, you have to bring up with this money, come up with this money, otherwise it will go off the shelf. This story moved me. 4 of us had 3 days to collect 75,000. But the moment we passed on this story, within a couple of days, we got the amount. And we got the hearing aid. And we should see the delight, happiness, and relief in face of her parents. The child shifted to 10th standard in a new school. I realized that a storyteller is a good fundraiser. When you tell stories, well-crafted stories, which pulls our heartstrings, it also loosens up the purse strings. That's why I love being a storyteller. And over a period of time, we ended up collecting close to 5.5 lakhs from friends' family for various pandemic-related help that we did. We have been taught to listen to stories of heroes and get inspired. But we cannot blow our trumpet with it. We cannot project ourselves as heroes. It alienates me, or does it? I had a chance to find out when I was part of a women empowerment project in Srividhya. We had to train a group of 20 people plus from rural background to face the interview. 7 minutes is what they had. They had to convince a team of 3 people from management background, technical background, that they are good at teamwork, they have technical skills. The rejection rates in the campus interview was roughly 70%. But most of the rejection happened because of lack of soft skills. Because people could not answer the basic question, tell me more about yourself. So when we took up this exercise, we targeted the obvious ones. See the layout and help them with the basics. See whether it is complete. But nothing caught. They were from rural backgrounds and I felt that their project work is going to be advanced like students from the city. How wrong we were. The moment they started talking about their projects, we sat up and took notice. Here are a bunch of people who give solutions to real world problems. Something as simple as making sure that a pump is switched on automatically so that people don't die when they check for snake bites in the middle of the night. IoT, artificial intelligence, and they had to work with simpler user interface, regional language and whatnot. We failed in the first step of mentorship, ashamed as I could admit, that you work on strength of the memories. But we made it right. We made sure that they start their interview with a project work, with a STARS framework, situation, tasks, analysis and results. The moment they became heroes of their story, there was life in the interview. They were able to convince the interviewers regarding their tax skills. TAC meaning teamwork, adaptability and communication. And we found that the way they performed in the interview dramatically increased. So a storyteller basically gathers more resources and gets more opportunity. We have all grown up cheering Arjunas and Krishnas. We want to help them. We want to be a part of this story. A good storyteller creates opportunity for himself and gathers help. And the last one, whenever there is a plate, metal plate that is attached to a speaker and you throw salt on it, the salt crystals automatically settles into the pattern of the music. We have been watching people on the district stage, DTM Vijay, we have DTM Sundara sir, and we have Anirudh, or everyone that we have seen on the stages. When they talk, we laugh with them, we get emotional over them. They are able to change our emotions based on what they feel. That is resonance. One day I wish to do it over a bigger stage, and I love telling stories, and that's why I'm a Christmas tree. Thank you.